Okay, hello all. Um, I heard this story a long time ago about this woman who allegedly was white but said she was black, and I didn't research it, and I was like, wow, that's really strange to be white and say you're black. Like, wow, just like bizarre, right? But then I've been researching a lot of different topics, and so I was like, let me research this one. Maybe I was wrong. So okay, so here's the real deal. So this is Rachel Dolezal, and she was like an African studies professor in Spokane, Washington. So they say that she was pretending to be black. So then I go to NPR and they put that picture up. It's kind of it's okay, but it's not that great. So and then her parents say, so Rachel, local, her parents made a startling claim backed up by a birth certificate and old pictures. They say their daughter's heritage is Swedish, German, Czech, and a little bit Native American, but definitely not black. I was like, okay, but actually I looked at her Google Images before, so I knew that was not true. So this is really interesting, right? So then now we're on Berkeley News. So, wow, this is her as a young girl. This is her as a woman. Totally different, right? So then let's go to Google Images. She's definitely black. Look at that. She's definitely black. She has like really curly hair. She's really cool. Look at that. And she also, so in her baby pictures, she has these little marks, and those are marks of African Americans. You see those little brown spots? That's African American. I've been around the world. I know African Americans who have those little brown spots. So that might have been an indicator for her parents. Wow, she might grow up, because so I had blonde, straight hair when I was a little girl, and then I grew up to be brown and have curly brown hair, because I'm multi-ethnic as well. I'm Czech. I'm Native American. I also was raped African. So I'm also English. I'm also Irish and French and Arab and Aryan and Chinese. If you're Czechoslovakian, you are if you're Czechoslovakian, you are probably of Chinese descent, because it's on the border, right? And there was a lot of trading, there was a lot of mixing. So I have a lot of Asian in me too. So let's go to. So then I went to her parents. I was like, what's going on with her, right? She's multi-ethnic. Her parents. Wow, they look super white, don't they? Look at that. Super white, super white. So I was like, wow, this is incredible that they can birth a girl and a woman like her. So then I went to, okay, let's check sperm counts. So went to Google AI. How many sperms are injected into the vagina to reach the egg? So when I researched this, it said between 200 and 500 million. So, wow. I mean, they obviously could have, in their ancestry, have had an African American rape victim. And so one of those sperms could have reached the egg, and then she is African. Okay, so then it's funny. So then I asked, so why do scientists think men ejaculate 500, 100 million sperm? And then it's really funny how Google AI answered this. Scientists estimate that men ejaculate around 250 million sperm cells, not 500 million. I was like, what? That wasn't my question, Google AI. So something's wrong with their algorithm. This high number is thought to be a result of sperm competition. I would say maybe Google AI should put some women on the AI team. Isn't that hilarious? Kind of funny that Google AI would answer my simple neutral question in a competitional way. Yeah? Do you guys get that? Okay, somebody got it. All right. So then I went to why are 250 million sperms released during sex? So they say, in fact, the average male will produce roughly 525 billion sperm cells over a lifetime and shed at least 1 billion of them per month. A healthy adult can release between 40 million and 1.2 million sperm cells in a single ejaculation. So actually, Google AI, it can be 40 million or 1.2 billion in a single ejaculation. Okay, so we could go to eggs, but right now we're on sperms. So then, but I was interested, why does an egg accept a sperm? Again, I just go to Google AI and see neutrality, artificial intelligence, it'll change the world. An egg accepts a sperm through a complex biological process involving chemical signaling and physical interactions. Human eggs release chemical attractants called chemoattractants that guide sperm towards them. These signals help the egg choose a sperm, potentially based on genetic compatibility, and also encourage the selected sperm to swim faster and straighter. Once a sperm reaches the egg, it penetrates the outer layers and a chemical reaction occurs to prevent other sperm from entering. So it's like a sperm competition and the egg chooses based on this chemoattraction. And then Google AI gives this more breakdowns, great breakdowns, great summaries about these chemoattractants. Really interesting. So I've also been really interested in this topic of love and love and sorry, my room's a little messy. It's my little children's corner. So I've also been really interested in my little artwork that I love. Here's another one. I love doing artwork with flowers and the natural elements around me. I'm just gonna show you some of it. If you're interested in art too, why not? So that, yeah, I'm interested. and I do yoga. That's my yoga scene. And here's my another one. Okay, so that's a little break. This might be a lot for some people. So we're all, a lot of Americans are actually have Native American in them and African American in them because of rape. So here's my garden. So so let so let this story is really fascinating, right? So I know. So I'm a shaman. I'm living in Peru. Hi, Felix. That's my gardener. So so I'm a shaman. So I've been doing a lot of research about who am I, because I'm multiracial. I've known that I'm Asian because of I should show you my pictures of my family. So I'm from South Dakota. So South Dakota is very multiracial. A lot of Czechoslovakians, so that means a lot of Chinese, Asian ancestry. So I always kind of knew that I had that in me. Also English and European. But as I've been ascending, healing myself, curandering, limpia tu corazón, tu cuerpecita. I'm speaking Spanish a little bit. So I came to Peru because this is where you can do plant medicines to heal yourself. And so I've been discovering that I'm Lakota. So there was a genocide, a massacre at Wounded Knee in South Dakota. And so my father has Lakota Sioux ancestry, and so do I. And then on my mother's side, and then on my father's side, his mother is Czechoslovakian. And then on my mother's side, musical family, very musical, very intelligent family, versus my father's family. They were poorer. They're both farmers. I come from farmer families in South Dakota, pioneers. So pioneers traveled a lot, right? So you jumped on the ship from England, from who knows where in Europe, and you got to America, and wow, I mean, geez, everybody was there. Tons of Europeans, tons of Native Americans, tons of African Americans. So all of us Americans, it's so funny. I think I've said in some of my articles that it's funny that we call America white when actually we're brown, right? We have brown hair more. There's not a lot of whites. Like white would be like pale skin and blonde hair. Like Hillary Clinton, I would say is white, right? Because she has pale skin and blonde hair. So Trump's wife is Russian, but she looks really kind of like Czechoslovakian or something, right? She looks really like me, actually. And so there's so much diversity, and this story just woke me up. I've been meaning to write an article to help people understand that you could be African, you could be Native American, because there were tons of rapes, unfortunately. and so you might be multi-ethnic, and so 500 million sperm, let's say, so it could be 40 to 1.2 billion sperm entering this woman's body, and one sperm reaches the egg. And so it's going to be about agility. It's going to be about, are you able to? Is this sperm able to reach my egg? Huh? Are you going to be able to protect me? What? Yeah. And it also could be about souls. So I'm extremely spiritual. I'm a channeler. I channel the souls. So it could also be the mother and the father thought, wow, in heaven, with their daughter's soul, the three souls together could have said, wow, let's create an African American child for this era. Why not? She could be a leader. She could be powerful. She could stand up for black people. I don't know. I have no idea. Because souls talk in heaven, and I also have a friend couple who I met a while ago, so they were super spiritual, ascending as well. And so we were chatting, and they were telling me that they were communicating. They were married or something, I don't know. They were together. They were a couple. And they were thinking about having a baby. But they're super spiritual. And so they were talking with their extraterrestrial family and the soul, and they were talking about how who the baby was, who they were, and so this is also a lesson for people to understand that having a baby is extremely spiritual. You can channel with the baby's soul and say, what do you think we should do together, right? Like, what is needed for the world right now? Who should we birth for the world, for our community, right? Like, who is needed in this world to take on these really difficult topics? And then I go to the Bible and I go to Christ our Lord. There's so much poverty. There's so much homelessness. Who are you going to birth into this world to be able to help heal these problems and the environment, the agua? There's so much pollution. There's so much pesticides, fertilizers, maltreatment of animals. There's all these problems. Do you want your child to be able to help solve these world challenges? Is that how you communicate with each other? Or is it about something else? I don't know. Maybe you have a special circumstance. It's quantum infinity, right? So in my articles, I've been trying to explain quantum infinity. It's up to you. You don't have to do that, what I just said. You can do something totally different. Maybe your family needs somebody of special needs. Like I don't know, because you guys need more love in your family, because you're too harsh on yourselves. And so you want to kind of lower the levels and have a disabled child. I don't know. And then maybe that disabled child will grow up to be incredible and like Helen Keller, or maybe she won't. Maybe she'll just be like super loving and beautiful and smile and laugh and lift everybody's souls up. You know, I had a friend from a young age who was deaf and mentally handicapped. And I remember swimming together with her in a pool, and everything was normal and natural. And because we were children, and so you just be. And I'm still her friend. And now she has a boyfriend, and they're an incredible couple. And so she lit up my life. I learned sign language. I volunteered at the there's a special place in Rapid City, South Dakota, that helps these people. They do artwork. I taught yoga there. So I also volunteered there when I was in middle school. So, and that probably helped my soul. Yeah, of course, right? Wow, I'm extremely intelligent. I went to Harvard and MIT. I was a valedictorian. But I also had a heart. I fed the homeless. I was with my brothers, my Lakota Sioux brothers. I was not scared. I was 14 and I was serving soup to the homeless, even who were Lakota. Even on the coldest days, I was there, and I went to my grandparents' house, who they had Lakota heritage everywhere, because my grandpa was interested in Custer, the Custer Battle. Custer Battle is really interesting. So my grandfather wrote many books, and he received accolades about the Custer battle. And I've been also curious about it. It's interesting. The Native Americans had bows and arrows. Custer had guns, but the Native Americans won. Why? Because guns are like a handicap. You can just shoot somebody easily dead. Boom, done. That's pretty weak, right? That's not really heroic. That's like just just put your boys on the field. You're up. Have them shoot each other. See what goes on. Okay. All right. I guess I'll just join the army and shoot, and see if one of those bullets hit somebody. Let's hit the duel. Then we go to Wild Bill Hickok. Wild Bill Hickok and Deadwood. A duel, that's a little different. Okay. But so now we go back to Custer in this battle. The Native Americans had bows and arrows, and they won. They won against Custer's guns. Why? Because the Native Americans had dicks. they were real. Bows and arrows, they were real. They were living on the land. They were strong men. Have you heard about the Sundance? Have you heard about the practices? These men are strong. The brothers, wow. And so they defeated guns with bows and arrows. Incredible. Eventually, they brought in more guns and more guns and more guns and more guns. And then you have genocide. And then they, totally destroyed their entire fucking beautiful, incredible spiritual culture. Like Europeans did here in Peru too, to the Incans, to the Mayans. They spread Spanish flu. They spread all these diseases. Read Guns, Germs, and Steel if you wanna. So anyways, what I'm saying is that you can be multiracial. you may not know that you actually have some Native American or African American in you. Okay? So your sperm could reach that egg, and you could birth a child that you're like, what? This is my child? He does not look like me. He. But actually, yeah, it is your child. Because in your ancestry, there could have been rape. So this is about love and acceptance of your child, no matter who they are. And maybe, see if in their so I was also wondering, why are little children, they have blonde hair, and then they grow up, and then the hair color changes to like brown. And I think it's because it's like, I'm a child. Can you treat me like a little blonde, like gently, kindly, like just be gentle and kind. And so you have like a little blonde hair, and then you grow up and you hit puberty, and something happens. Wow, boom, wow, your dick starts getting up, your vagina starts getting and things start changing, and you start becoming smart, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And so you have brown hair. So I was a blonde little girl who turned into a brown curly haired woman. At like 11, I had reached puberty. So what I'm saying is, and then I was ready. Like I started, then lots started changing when you hit puberty. Then you get all sorts of things happening. That's a whole nother topic we could talk about, not right now. So anyways, it's just a signal, right? Like, I have brown skin and brown hair, and it's curly, and I've always wondered, who am I? I'm like, I'm Czechoslovakian. I just said, I don't know, I'm just brown. But then I figured out, wow, I'm also Native American and African American. Whoa, okay, because I'm channeling, and wow. Then I see this new story, and at first, again, I said, wow, like, I'm totally off. I need to research this. I don't want to just be like, wow, this girl's a crazy bitch. My girl thinks she's black. What? This is our equation. And so then I was like, well, I need to research this. So I did. That's my little garden, by the way. I'm starting to grow garden. I have my compost pit over there. So, and I have solar energy for my showers. I'm not sure if we can see that up there yet, but so So let's see if we can see the solar heater. It's really helpful. I don't have to pay for electricity or anything from my solar showers. It's incredible. $0. Okay, so you guys also have to think about investment. So you invest in a solar energy, solar water heater, for your showers. So you invest. It's a big sum. Okay, there it is. You can see it up there. So there's the water tank, but that the red, see, you can see it. So you invest, but then you pay nothing. I don't have to pay for the electricity or gas or anything. It's incredible. I'm middle class. My father was the CEO of a credit union. I'm middle class. Credit unions, they help people. Okay, so all right. So I'm just kind of giving you all a little tour of about how you might also want to grow a garden. You might also want to grow some food, have a solar panel, have a compost pit. It's like getting back to nature. Like that's what, again, I'm ascending. I'm on this, like the earth is dying. Hello, people. Yo. Al Gore has like a documentary about it or something. Wow. So I'm on it. and I'm also on this topic of children wondering, who am I? You might be African American or Native American. That's just what I'm saying. And so this story about Rachel is important. I wanna try to change the facts. That one little sperm could have been of African descent. Obviously, her hair. Look at her hair in those Google pictures. Jeesh by golly, she is definitely African. Like, wow. Like, if you can't see, you can't see. I can see. She's obviously black, curly hair, like, and then she has those brown dimples. Obviously African. Okay? So this is just a cultural, informational session for everybody to perhaps be an addition to this this story about Rachel. Okay? I care about you, Rachel. I love you, Rachel. You're black. You're African. You are. Okay? All right. With love.